Your time has arrived. That is the title of a message that I have on my site, anyadvicefortoday.com, and I'm going to talk about it a bit because your time has arrived. You all have experienced that we are moving through something different in our world. You might have been frightened by it. You might have been concerned. You might have been angry. You might have been depressed. You could have been going through all sorts of things, but what is happening is that you are being motivated to awaken to who you're meant to be in this lifetime. That is every single person. We're all born to offer something to the world. And if we do that, we cause ourselves to prosper, to feel good, to become happy. But we have to move through a whole bunch of old stuff to get there. The world has to do the same thing. That's why it looks a little chaotic right now. But we each come to offer something. What my life brought me to was turning out to be a mystic, a sage, and where I accumulated transformational work over years, over 40 years. And it completely changed my life and healed me, and it's just kind of unbelievable. But you do the same thing because we all do it in our consciousness. All I did was just access it in a different way and put it into a different form because I wrote it down every single day. But when 2020 rolled around, I knew that the world was different because being a mystic, being a sage, I received precognitive information as well. And so I just kind of write it. Sometimes it's a little confusing for me, which you will hear in the message, or you've seen it if you watch the message online. I also did a channeling session on August 16th of this year of 2023. And if you listen to that and then pay attention to this, you will make sense of it all, because it's been challenging for a lot of people. And I know people are afraid and thinking maybe the world is falling apart. I'm saying that's not happening if we decide to understand who we are, if you decide to love who you are, if you decide that you're going to become your best self. It's an energetic shift that we're moving through, and we've never done this before, which is why a lot of people are afraid. And I'm grateful, though, that the people who have come to the channeling sessions, people who are doing my work, are coming to greater understanding and putting something different into our world rather than fear, anger, and hatred. That's what we all have to do, but we got to get rid of that from ourselves first. I'm going to read the message first. And again, if you please listen to the recording of the session that we did, the full moon, any of them you can listen to, because the information has been the same for the last several years. We just don't hear it all the time. That's how our consciousness works. That's how our brains work. We all have these paths that we will take in our lives, and that is accessing a higher state of understanding and awareness that exists within every single human. I wrote something the other day. I've been writing a few things because I wanted people to understand. I started talking about evolution so that we would understand that we all go through it, but we're going through a really extreme part of it at this time in our world, or how we succeed in our lives. It's all the same for every single person. It is that you come into the world, you have a life, you start to live it, you use your consciousness to come to accept and love who you are, and start to let go of all the old stuff, but we don't always do that or have a path to do it. And so I created a path. This is the message. You will become more of yourself now. Of course, we mean you. For you individually and your world collectively are in a continual state of evolution. At times it frightens you, but even that is purposeful. It took a while for Roger to allow this message, for he wasn't sure where we were going, and he, like you, still holds the fear of the unknown. We will attempt to tie this all together. We mentioned the law of attraction yesterday, which we said we would continue, and we will now. You were each born at a specific time so that you might experience the current conditions of your world, for you knew they would aid you in your personal evolution. Thereby, you would also contribute to the evolution of all that is, as you are all one. That last sentence is what you are figuring out now. We mentioned masks yesterday, as for that is a prevalent issue you each will come to know, you will use to come to know who you are. The bottom line is, no matter what actions you take personally, the law of attraction is always at work. You may even think of it as being more powerful than your actions, but you will also discover those are the same. What we told Roger was that it was not his issue to deal with in this lifetime, but it was the thing we kept telling him he was to do, which he ignored as you have. So you decided to live at this time so you would recognize who you are and use the law of attraction to accomplish this. You will know when you are doing so because you feel good. Anything else means you are attempting to do someone else's job. After you contemplate this for a bit, you will be pleased with your discovery. That was the message. And what that means is that we all have this discovery within us, something that we're meant to do, but we just have to move through all the old stuff. But what's happening now, what you're going to see in the world is that a lot of people aren't going to do that. What I know that is when you start studying quantum sciences, this will make sense as well. What we choose to do individually will manifest not only our lives, but our world. So when you decide that you're going to become happy, successful, do the thing, the career, the profession, whatever it is that you came to the world to do, your art, that is really powerful energy and what you're meant to do now. And so when you're doing that, you're not really worried about the world falling apart, but you're actually helping to create a better life for yourself, and you're helping to contribute and put that into the world. And that's the work that I'm doing. And I want to inspire more people to do exactly that, because every single person has it. But like me, you may doubt it. You may not believe it, because I did that for many, many years, even though this work I was receiving was completely transforming and healing my life. But I know I can't hold that back anymore. So my life at this point moving forward is about bringing all this work through, because I have decades of work that I could give to everyone, because it's about mindset. There's nothing more powerful than mindset. We all know that. The only difference was mine is connected to your soul mission. Many of you have probably heard the birthday messages that I've given you. That happened because we have a cosmic connection, and I was able to access that information. But just understand that during this time, you're going to see a lot of changes happening for the next year or so, but it's for a good reason. As that message said, it's purposeful. We're creating a better world, and we can only do that when you decide to become a better you. And every person has that within them.
I haven't done anything like this.
It's increased the confidence that I've had in myself.
Everything is better. I mean, every single aspect of my life. My income, the progress is just amazing. Like, you can see changes from week to week.
Introducing your last development program, Life Transformation for Success, the newest part of Roger Burnley's coaching series. In this 3-month online program, you will learn the mindset tools you need to dissolve the shame of your past, discover the gifts within you that make you important to the world, and get the confidence to rise above anything that stands between you and the life that you want.
Everything changed in my life. Everything. Every single thing.
It's time for you to reprogram your mind for success and become self-actualized. If you're ready to transform your life too, learn more at yourlastdevelopmentprogram.com today.